You missed some important news from the LGBTQ plus community this week. To ensure you are current, we are recapping that important news. Here's what you may have missed. Anti-LGBTQ plus Texas representative resigns after getting 19-year-old staff member drunk and having sex with her. Texas Representative Bryan Slaton resigned from office yesterday, 2 days after an investigation committee determined he violated multiple rules by providing alcohol to and having sexual intercourse with a 19-year-old member of his staff. Slaton, a Republican in his second term representing Royse City, a suburb northeast of Dallas, quickly established a reputation in the legislature as a conservative bomb thrower. He filed or supported legislation to ban drag shows and to oppose transgender rights. He did not address the findings against him in his resignation letter to Governor Greg Abbott. His resignation comes a day before Texas House members are scheduled to vote to expel Slaton on a recommendation from the Chamber's General Investigating Committee. On Monday, Representative Andrew Murr, who heads the investigating committee, said he will go through with Tuesday's vote because by resigning, Slaton stays in office until his successor is elected. Murr's committee found that on 3 occasions, Slaton violated the House personnel and personal drug and alcohol policy by providing alcohol to an underage person, and that Slaton harassed the aide by showing her an email from an unknown person that he likely fabricated and that revealed information about the sexual encounter. Well, certainly the ethical issue here is clear-cut, and I'm glad that the legislature has taken relatively swift action here. Of interesting note to me is in the resignation letter to Governor Abbott, he's presenting a letter to the governor to consider the situation. This representative has been one of the major voices against the drag community in Texas. And the justification, and he has talked about many times, is that drag queens are overly sexual in their content and are grooming children, meaning underage. And in this definition of the violation in the House rules in Texas, that's exactly what he was doing, is grooming someone that is underage. So the hypocrisy is absolutely crystal clear. The other person that I'm interested in what their reaction of the hypocrisy was Governor Bud Abbott, who has also been selling this message that drag is overly sexual and grooms children. And he accepts the resignation letter of somebody that does the exact same thing.
Every accusation is a projection.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of times when you accuse someone, especially when politicians accuse someone of something, it inevitably means that they've done it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think that not only are they accusing drag queens of this, they're accusing the LGBT community in general for being groomers and pedophiles, and and it's funny because a lot of those people, those same people who say those things, are doing it behind closed doors in privacy.
You know, and to your point, this argument has been made, I've heard through my entire life, of the Catholic Church, which is the issue of selling the idea. The Pope is getting closer, but historically, through history of my lifetime, the Catholic Church's opposition as sin of LGBT, and then the contradiction of all of the sexual violation going on into the church, which is exactly an example of the point that you just made.
What always interests me is the people that hate when they hate, usually from my experience, it's a reflection of what's going on inside of them. Why hate so much? You know, a minority group or someone different than you? And usually it has a reflection of what's going on inside of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I also found it really interesting that the letter didn't address the actual situation as you reported. So why, you know, what is it that they're trying to not do it officially, or
Right, what are you trying to hide?
What are you trying to hide? I mean, when it's all over already, I mean, that is the reason why he is resigning.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Keep watching the only television news in the world from our LGBTQ plus community and stay informed on everything that is important for and about our diverse LGBTQ plus community.